we got this Xmaxx on the table. We're gonna inspect the rear diff, the cush drive, the gears. We gotta see what noise is coming from back here, because the noise was quite loud and I can hear it in the back. So I wanted to pop it off today while I got some batteries charging, just to see what the heck is going on, because I'm really curious on what's going on with this Xmaxx. Now this one has lost pinions and spurs a lot. And I don't know if maybe one of the teeth or something got jammed up somewhere, and I missed it, and it's now causing issues after all them hard crashes. I'm just not sure. So gears look okay. Let's take a look at this cush drive. So this one's got all the stock covers on it. Unlike my other one, I put the Hot Racing cush drive covers and front and rear diff covers and the steering support. This one I was trying to leave as stock as possible, because I feel you can get to modifying stuff too much to where you end up just over modifying something, and then you start having a ton of issues. Let's see. So I don't see any metal in there. That's a good sign. Gotta be careful not to lose this pin. This pin is pretty dry in here, but I don't see any problems with the gear on the cush drive. These normally break. As you see, it's a 50-tooth DGM gear, so it's a really good spur gear, and I run the stock pinions. See, the diff feels okay. I wonder if I ruined the motor. So now that I don't see go ahead and take a look at this the center drive shaft. Center drive shaft is bent, but not too bad. I can see where stuff's been getting caught in it, but I'm not hearing anything funny. Diff is feeling okay. definitely driving. Front and rear diffs are acting the same. I don't know, I'm not seeing anything. I wonder if it's internal in the motor. Maybe the motor got too hot? Because this motor did have a lot of slop in the bearing. Yeah, it's got a ton of side-to-side slop. But we'll throw some packs on it. I'll spin up the motor. See if I can see anything. Because right now, my preliminary inspection is not really showing anything. I mean, I could pop off the rear diff, but just not seeing a problem. Cush drive is driving good. It's got grease on it. No chipped teeth. Huh. I wonder if the motor was just hot. Because I know I've been having problems with the factory Millennium fans. But, I don't know. Not sure. Might have to pop off this rear bumper and start pulling the rear apart. But it's so jam-packed with dirt and sand and all these screw holes. Xmaxx is truly easy to work on. I mean, for me, you know, these modular Traxxas designs are for me some of the easiest to work on. Could tear down an Xmaxx in no time. So I try to keep everything with the parts, the bolts with the parts I take off, just so I know. And then that'll open up the whole rear so we can take a look at it. I guess pop the diff off, or the diff cover, see if we see anything funny. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is pull this diff off. I've already checked the shaft. So it's not bent. So I guess the next thing to do is to pop the diff cover and see if we see any carnage in there. I mean, I don't know what else to check, honestly. I know the noise was coming out the back here. and the limited slip feels okay. Wow, look at the wear on that. Wow. Those diff cups. Insane. This is a stock motor. Diff sounds okay. I mean, I just don't see anything bad. I'm so shocked at those diff cups. Huh. This bearing. Let me throw this back in here. Feels like we blew out a bearing. This one's okay. And this one's shot. I think we blew out a bearing is all. Yeah, this bearing looks seized. Let me pop that clip. That's probably why we didn't hear the noise until it was rolling. It's not a gear or a diff, it's a wheel bearing. Yep, that bearing there. The outer's okay, the inner is shot. That bearing, shot. I don't even know if I have any more of these bearings. One brand new Traxxas bearing. Right there. This one is shot. That's why I was feeling it out of the rear. Take the whole RC apart for a bad bearing. And then these diff cups. I'm gonna have to order some diff cups. I've never, man, I'm gonna have to check my blue one. I've never seen diff cups looking this bad before. Look at that. Those diff cups are about to shatter. That's interesting. Then we're gonna hit the trigger and see if that's what it was. I'd be really shocked if just that bearing is all this was. Oh, losing power. Gotta charge the battery on that one. All this for a bearing? Now we're going to get the push drive thing reassembled. I really got to order another hot racing push drive cover. It was just a bearing. There we go. I'm going to grab the remote. Be right back. Alright. Let's see if these batteries have enough charge. Huh. I wonder. It's sounding like a bad motor. Oh, I see. It's got a broken gear. There we go. There's the culprit. A broken pinion gear. And it sounds like a bad bearing in the motor. So something happened to the motor. So I know the motor bearing was acting up. Let's pop out the motor. This is what RC Guy Garage experienced. Was a bad motor bearing in his new Xmaxx. And this is the one I checked the motor slop on. And it did have motor slop. I wonder if the bearing finally went out. Let's see. Let's take a look at this motor bearing. Time for a upgraded Xmaxx motor? I've never had one go bad. This will be my first motor. Something's going on. Telling you, these new Xmaxxes, My original 4-year-old one, still going strong, no motor slop. Motors or bearing shot. Make sure nothing's going on with the motor. When you overheat them, this thing comes apart. Motor's looking good. Let me check that back bearing. Back bearing's good. So it's looking like just the front bearing. Yeah. Let's pop this bearing out. Bearing shot. Front bearing is shot. I don't know if I have one like this. No motor bearings. So let me call Traxxas. Let's see what's going on. So I think that's what I'm going to probably do, is just replace the motor. Order a new motor for this Traxxas. I think it might be the same can size as a 1717. But I've honestly never had a Xmaxx motor go bad. So I'm going to get a hold of Traxxas, find out about bearings for one, find out their policy on the motors, and see if, because this one is, I want to say about a year, maybe a year and a half old now. So, see, that feels better already. Take a listen to this motor. Nope. That bearing is shot in the front of that motor. So I'm going to see if I can get a bearing for that, and then we can get it back on the road. Because the motor works fine, just needs a bearing. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next video.